This European cricket event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software, Rado and 1xBet. Hello and welcome back. It's finals time here at the European Cricket Series Gibraltar, and it will be the 13th and final match of what's been a really exciting weekend of action. The two teams that have made it to the big dance are Rugby CC and Sloggers. A little while ago we had the coin, and let's see what happened there with Nilkesh Patel.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Love my hand. Love it.
Slogger is your call. Heads is a call. It is heads.
We'll have a ball.
Slogger won the toss and decided to bowl first.
Thank you. Sloggers get the win at the toss then, and they have elected to bowl first. And I felt that either team would have done that if they'd won the toss. Rugby have had success on the chase against Sloggers the two times they've met in the series so far. But this time they will have to set a target just one change for Rugby CC, with Jacob Rose coming back into the lineup at the expense of Vikram Rajendran, who played the last couple of games for Rugby. For Sloggers, they bring 3 players in: Bakari, Egan Dantas and Charles Harrison. They come in for Mark Bakaresi, Ravi Thakare and Waka Iqbal. But yeah, I've been curious to know what the supercomputer thinks of this, and well, you wouldn't read about it. Well, actually you would. I called it a 50-50. And the supercomputer agrees. Cannot split these teams. Now, that's a little bit surprising that a team doesn't start as a favourite and a heavy favourite despite going undefeated. And for Rugby CC, they have been undefeated so far. They have gone 6 out of 6, including wins over the Sloggers the 2 times they met. In match 5, it was a last ball thriller, 123 to 122, as Rugby got the winning bye off the last ball. And then we saw them earlier today chasing 128 with 6 balls to spare against Sloggers. So they have taken 2 wins against the Sloggers. But, I mean, Sloggers, some of their wins have been quite amazing. And they actually had a better net run rate than Rugby CC, 4.2 versus plus 3.7. Having said that, Rugby, because of their 6-0 record, they finished 3 points clear on the table. Big hello to everyone in the new stream, because yeah, we've had very long days here. We've gone over the time threshold, and so we are in a new stream. But hello also to all our viewers on Fancode in India. Hello to Chris, who's in the chat. Hello to Nuranobi, who's in the break as well. Dave B's in there. Tim Harmer's in there. And I cannot wait for this to get underway. So the big question is, who will Rugby CC bat and how will they bat? They won't have the kind of pace set for them this time, so they need to find some direction. That's probably something I do worry about a little bit with Rugby batting first. Sometimes I think if they have been batting first, they maybe haven't known how many risks to take and how big risks to take. But having said that, no matter what they've done, they've been winning. They're 6-0, so that's a good thing. Very well balanced attack for both sides. I think for Sloggers, they've probably got the edge in that department with their 2 out-and-out fast bowlers. This is Henschel, who's going to open the batting. They've got William Vouse as well, who can bowl thunderbolts. They've also got some very good spinners with Manav Nayak there. I suppose, yeah, one of the issues is that I think maybe just due to some slight fitness issues, they don't have the left-arm spin of Kulkarni that was very, very effective early in the tournament. Nonetheless, they are a pretty good outfit. Maybe still just struggling for those 4th and 5th bowlers. I think probably see a couple of overs out of Egan Dantas. Got 2 wickets earlier today. But anyway, strap yourselves in. Here's the final. It's a bouncer first up to Mirpuri. And there's your answer. Kabir Mirpuri out there to open the batting with Alexander Hillman. So they do like Hillman. I am a little bit surprised. Hillman took down Henschel earlier, and I would have had him on strike. I just thought it was a 1-on-1 that they won. Mirpuri probably hasn't been too effective in the power play, but when he has batted into the middle overs, he's been able to catch up. Well, that just surprised me. That's the one for the over. Hello to Ashit Save Derek as well. Hashtag Save Derek. Oh, something's happening. Oh, umpire clothesline early in the final as well. Don't know what this might be about. I mean, the first ball called wide. It can't be a no ball for height because it is the first one of the over. So, yeah, not quite sure what that's about. I think they've actually, maybe it was the fielder coming in very tight, which was Brian Samet. Maybe just for the chirp. Mirpuri is going to go back. He's going to cut. He's going to get 1. So this is a battle I've been looking forward to seeing again. Hillman versus Henschel. Henschel last year's MVP. And Sloggers, they did win the tournament in 2024 after coming dead last, I think, the year before. So it's an up-down kind of world, isn't it, here in Gibraltar. Rugby CC, it's their first time that they are competing for the trophy. Now this is cut away, and Hillman, he has been good against Henschel. That one finds the fielder, though. It's also the first time we've had a tournament at this time of the year in Gibraltar. And, yeah, even though it's been a short one, we've packed a lot in, haven't we? Cracked off the back foot this time. That will beat the field, and that's what Hillman's done so well today. Beautiful cut shot in the first boundary of the final. Henschel went for 20 last time out. It's very early, but already Rugby CC have taken a bit of a dip because they've had a slightly under par start. Having said that, that's a good sign. In 2023, saw Rugby go out, make the final. Wow, that could be gone. It seemed to hold up, and he's walked. Hillman gets done by a ball that nips back from Henschel. Looked like it caught a bit of the glove and just ballooned up. Quick work by Andrew James. He scoops up the catch, and there's an early wicket, an early blow as Hillman goes for 4, and it's 5 for 1. Good piece of bowling. I suppose the thing with Hillman, he doesn't waste too much time. Have a look at it. It's short. A big question, I suppose, is it a no ball? I mean, look at this. If it's above the shoulder, it has to be a no ball. Oh, it has to be a no ball. Oh, that's a huge moment early. The first one was miles over his head. And I'd be spewing about that if I was Hillman. Oh, well, that's a big moment early. Look, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. We'll never know. I actually like Latine coming out here early. I think for Rugby to win, they would want to have a big game here. But, I mean, I don't see any way that isn't a no ball. It's second bouncer in the over. The first one was almost over the head. All right, Latine then. What's done is done. But, yeah, first ball went almost for a wide over his head. And then that one he's hooked off the top of the helmet. Henschel gets a bit lucky there. That's been the tale of the weekend. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Mipuri and Latina reunited. End of the first over is 5 for 1. Vinny Sandu here, Mr. Maximo. Rash Mahmood doing his first final. And, well, Rash, we can unpack this jigsaw, which actually isn't any different to yesterday. But if you look on our social media, well, maybe that's the key. They want you to look there. But what do you think of that first over? Bit of controversy.
Spewing was the word that you used, Vinny. Spewing, intestines coming out, all sorts. I find that a very, very harsh decision. We saw the first ball quite clearly that was not given. That one, okay, yes, there was a glove, but it was well above the shoulders. The side-on showed it perfectly, and I think Alex Hillman can be feeling so very harshly done to, but a great start for the Sloggers, just what they wanted. But, conversely, I just heard you say before I came on, the Rugby CC skipper, Ian Latine, it's been fantastic. Get him in early doors, and him and Mirpuri have battered well together in this tournament.
He's going to have gone all-out pace here in the start. This is Vaus, who is going to bowl that one outside the off stump. So Rugby CC on the back foot straight away.
Yes, Hillman likes to get on with it. Struck that nice forward, didn't he?
Some things just don't compute. I can't work out. They had a look at the replay. They had the opportunity to change it. I mean, whether it matters or not, we'll never know. It might help him, might hurt him. Pitched up this time from Vaus. And Egan Dantas back in the side, does the fielding. He was player of the match the last time we did see him earlier in the day. So much has happened in such a short period of time as well. It's hard to believe that yesterday morning we're only just getting started in this tournament.
Yes, it's been a long couple of days, but very enjoyable couple of days, particularly for me. Coming debut on the network, it's been a great experience. Fabulously well looked after by all the folks here.
It's been great having you here as well, Vaus. It's well struck. So Mirpuri again finding it hard going in the power play. He has played catch up in previous matches. Oh, no ball called. Better late than never. I think this is for overstepping, though, as this will be a chance for Rugby CC to break the shackles.
It was just something that struck me while you were taking the first over. That first delivery, why was that not called?
Well, it was called
nothing was called.
Nothing was called. What? So they might... I don't know what's going on. I thought they were discussing whether it's a wide or not. Anyway, late on it this time, and that'll be gone. Oh, no, it won't. It's a free hit. Right, jeez. I've got to be paying attention. Lots happened very quickly. Latine late on that one. It won't be gone. Henschel takes the catch.
Yeah, the free hit for overstepping the mark. And
so it's called a dot.
Yep, that's my point.
Am I watching the same game that everyone else is?
Well, get in touch, folks. I mean, the umpire's at best place, but we score it.
And
we
don't want to
get
on. The umpires have had a long weekend.
Day.
They're not saying they haven't, but they've also had a bit of help there with the technology. This is good bowling from Vaus, who's only going to go for 4 in the over end of it, and it's 9 for 1.
Yeah, I don't want to say, oh, you're having to go at the umpires, you do a difficult job. I know how difficult the job is. My wife's an umpire, but it was just so clear, the first one, and then not giving anything. And then the dismissal, you thought you were going to have a look, because clearly from the side-on view, yes, it did hit Hillman's gloves, but it was above his shoulders. So,
I mean, then I'm going back to the first one, thinking if that one was a bouncer or not. But it seemed, honestly, it seemed like it.
Anyway, 2 in. Sloggers on top. And there's going to be no let-up. Dylan Henshaw. The Hillman wicket with his first over, just for the 5 runs.
It was signalled to 1 for the over, even though it wasn't signalled to wide the first ball. That's how I remember it as well.
Oh, he's gone.
Is he? Yeah, he's gone. Mipuri to go now. Rugby CC finding it really tough going in the power play. Kabir's going to have to go. Henschel with a double breakthrough in the final. Last year's MVP. He's turning the clock back, and it's 9 for 2.
Well, the Sloggers, they were on top before. They're firmly on top now. Look at this, folks. It was just a touch back in, maybe a touch off the surface. And Mirpuri just tried to be a bit cute with it. Thin edge, well taken by Andrew James behind the stumps. Big moment. 9 for 2. The only undefeated team in the tournament. Rugby CC, under the pump early doors.
Yeah, certainly are. And look who's in the chat. Jules Uderbridge is in the chat. I know that's actually where you...
Yeah, that's where I live, Uterbridge.
Yeah, where you living, and yeah, Jules he's in there right now. Yeah, I guess we'll have to let that go, but Latine and Bruce, again, 2 very talented players. The one thing is, they've still got time to turn this around, and they've got around about 8 overs. So it'll be a good battle. Bruce been in good form today. He's got his biggest test now. He's able to cut this one away first up. So he's off the mark. Yeah, news around the world saying that he misses Entertainers. Yeah, Entertainers, another team that have had some success here in this European Cricket Series at night. But, hey, we will hopefully be back here. Maybe we'll see them again. Another short ball from Henshaw. This time it's cut away, but only a single. Won't count out rugby just yet. And both teams will have to bat. You could argue that Sloggers might have the slightly more difficult light. I think, we're about an hour and a half off sunset. The light will start to fade. I'm sure the lights will come on for the second innings. So it can be an awkward time to bat.
It's one thing to bear in mind, 3 balls left in the power play, but this is going to be Henshaw balled out. I would fancy with the state of play that Will Vaus will complete his second.
Yeah, well, that's a shot. And that's exactly what Bruce can bring to the table. That was short outside the off stump. And it is hammered off the back foot over cover. Maximo, the first one of the final. And it's a good one from Louis Bruce.
Class. Absolute class. Stood there. Extra pace of Henshaw. Look at this, folks. Have some of that.
Just too wide allowed Louis to free his arms. That's a confidence builder. These 2 could have easily been the openers. That's the thing. That's a good comeback, though, from Dylan Henshaw.
Yeah, that Maximo notwithstanding. I don't know, I might be proved wrong. AJ might go in a different direction, but want to try and eke one of these 2 out. I fancy it's going to be Will Vaus to complete his second. And then the 2 main strike bowlers are gone. decision to be made. Do you bring Man of Nyack into it or keep him for later on?
Oh, this one climbs, big appeal, no response. Another talking point. Henshaw with the double teapot. End of the power play. 17 for 2. Plenty going on, but Sloggers comprehensively win the power play. Just what you want when you send a team in the final.
Yeah, that just like it moved in the air a touch. It's close to the edge, but I think that's the right decision. So the power play completed. Sloggers firmly on top at this point. 17 for 2.
5, 4 and 8, so not even a double figure over in the power play. Game that started as a 50-50. Thought maybe to be a good toss to lose for rugby as well. If they batted well, if they put a big score on the board, they've got that scoreboard pressure. But now here's one player. I still think he's right up there in the MVP. Yeah. He's actually head and shoulders in the wicket taking above anybody else. Man of Nyack, who's going to bowl. And we will potentially see a frenemy situation with Manav bowling to Louis Bruce in the biggest game of the tournament. But first, he's going to have to deal with the Gibraltarian skipper, Ian Latin.
This should be a good contest, folks.
Slides on first up, Latin. Good on the cut, but they've got a fielder guarding that. Egan Dantas is that fielder. Just a single. Yeah, interesting. There's very much kind of 3 strike bowlers. I mean, Dantas is handy, but probably not quite the quality of the 2 paces. And Manav, know the big call, as Louis will have to go back. So there's 4 overs you should and can really attack there. But,
that's going to be the turning point. Who is going to be that 4th bowler? I think it's going to be James Scott.
Dantas will get 2 overs,
yeah.
But, well, that should be gone. Missed dumping from AJ, and Manav really should have had Louis. He's very lucky to survive. AJ just seemed to get up a little bit quickly there. Maybe it did keep a bit low. But a golden opportunity slips through the Sloggers keeper's fingers. And let's see if Louis can make them pay. Well, he will straight away. Finds the gap, finds the boundary. 4 runs.
Well, friends reunited. That friendship was nearly broken. Andrew James, who's kept very, very well in this tournament.
He's a good keeper too.
Yeah,
he really is. But everyone makes mistakes. He's got a lot on his mind. He's captaining as well. I always think that's tough on your mind because you're not really devoting 100% of your brain to the wicket keeping, which, I mean, I rarely captained, if ever, and I wasn't a huge fan of it just because I was so obsessive with my wicket keeping and trying to focus on it. Some have shown they can do it, though. Bruce should have been gone, but he will survive. Moves to 12. So I suppose they had a bit of bad luck with the umpiring decision in the first over. We thought a no ball was warranted, but they've had a bit of good luck there, rugby, with Bruce being missed. Last ball, the 4th over. Top of the bounce. Once again finds the fielder. There's been so many balls hit to fielders. And credit to AJ, he's got the fielders in the right positions. That'll be the end of the over. Just 6 off at 23 for 2. And one thing about Manav, every year you can really see his improvement. Yeah. I think he's a bit quicker through the air now, something he's been working on. But you look at him, he's always bowling. He's always got a ball in his hand. He's always trying to improve. There's a guy we've seen playing some international A cricket recently. And obviously, the batters are finding it more difficult every season. Louis is another one. Obviously, I think Louis probably, with the bat, came of age a little bit earlier than Manav has with the ball. But yeah, 2 really young players and good friends going head-to-head.
Yes, they certainly are. 2 very talented young cricketers. And you called it right. Egan Dantas then.
Yeah.
2
well,
wickets in his
Mark
last game.
Zuckerberg's in the chat saying, hello, Vinny. Hello, Mark. And look, you can donate, don't forget. YouTube chat, ECN European Cricket Network. Mark's gone cross-platform to support us. Wishing you all the best. Anyway, I do think he's one you might be able to go after. You know what you're going to get. He puts the pace on here. Pretty nice looking drive off the back foot. Should just be a couple. Zammit does the fielding. And we'll come back for 2. That's all they'll get.
Yeah, pick your battles, is what I would say. You know Henshaw's gone. Wilvaus has got one up his sleeve. Manav Nayak has got one up his sleeve. No disrespect to Egan Dantis, but if you're going to go after someone, he's probably the one to target, and then the fifth bowler. Imperative they don't lose another wicket, though.
Up and over the top, Bruce. He's going to power it over the offside. Maximo, 6 carreras.
Well, almost a carbon copy of his first one over the boundary. Oh, we'll catch it on the replay. It's the timing as well. Here we go. Just have a look at this.
Yeah. Ballsy shot, really, when you consider there's 3 fielders out there.
Yeah.
Said, I don't care. I'm going over the top. In the air. Doesn't really get there. Kind of ties with the ground.
Oh, it was an effort. I thought it had gone. Apologies for me losing my cool.
Oh, well, Bruce living a charmed life out there. And this time he'll go along the ground. So, rugby, I mean, for all their trials and tribulations, their run rate's not even 7. So, they need to find a way to raise it. Latine reaches and goes over the leg side. Going, and gone. Maximo! He breaks out of a bit of a slump himself. It's been hard going for Ian, but he's still there. 9 off 9 now. Dantis gets lifted up and out of the ground.
Well, exactly what the rugby club needed. It's the skipper leading from the front. 15 off the over so far.
That one does beat Latine. So Dantis, well, you know, holds up his end, I think. Has some good shots in the over. Goes for 15, but certainly not a blowout for Egan. And Rugby CC, after 5 overs, are 38 for 2. Of course, you can join us at European Cricket. It is the last game of the day, so feel free to throw in a few random questions, although I'm sure that you're glued to the screen at the moment. A game that started as an even coin flip, but certainly is tilted towards Slogger at the moment. But something tells me, Rash, still a lot of cricket to play in this one.
Oh, yeah, they won't be counting the chickens or sloggers, particularly with these two out in the middle. Ratnaika. I remember him bowling yesterday, and he did get a bit of treatment. Just dabbed into the leg side by Bruce.
So, 6th overtime. Ratnaika's been used sparingly, I suppose, for sloggers.
He's been very good with the bat.
Pitched up, and Latine will only get a single. Hasn't found that year yet. 102 expected. Lifted up this time on the bounce. Bruce has still been taking on those offside outfielders. Latine needs a shot to get him going. It's interesting also Ratnaika is kind of switching to more off spin, whereas before he's more kind of medium pace around the wicket style, so he's gone to something different here. It's interesting he's made that switch. It shows how versatile of a cricketer he is. I'd say he's a part-time bowler. But he's doing a good job. 5 conceded off 3. Short. And just hurried on to Bruce a touch, so it's only a single.
Yeah, reached him a bit quicker than he thought. That was a bit more of the medium pace that you were talking about. And he just hurried Bruce into his shot. Didn't quite get hold of it. Squirted out into the leg side.
Oh, edge, but it's not really a chance. It's AJ's thigh, which cops it off the big inside edge. But yeah, Latine just cannot get going in this final, can he?
Nope, not at the moment.
That's going to be only a single. So Ratnaika, well, he solves the fifth bowler problem, doesn't he? For now, at least, because he only goes for 7 in the over. And after 6, it's 45 for 2.
Well, Ian Latine, the Rugby CC skipper, those of you who've been following the coverage yesterday and today will heard me say best exponent of using his feet that I've seen in this tournament. It was his undoing, though, in one of the previous matches out for a first ball duck, but generally it's the use of his feet that has enabled him to just spray the ball all around this Europa Sports Complex. He hasn't quite got them dancing shoes on. 12 off 14 for him. Most unlike him. It's Dantis. He's going to bowl out. 15 from his first over. 2 big sixes.
So, start of a new over. Dantis, they're just trying to get through when Dantis and Ratnaika here, and then they can bring back some of their big guns. I mean, Manav Naik's still got it over in the hutch as well. They probably feel like now's the time to bowl them, where you feel like the batters have more to lose if they get out. This time, bit of width, and Louis goes over the top. He's been carrying this partnership, to be honest. Moves up to 28.
He does. Maximo for him. Just what the rugby club needed. Brings up the 50.
Yeah, 50's up in the 7th over. They would have wanted to go a bit quicker than that. Okay, Louis this time is up. It's in the air, and he's been you wouldn't believe it. And it's James Scott out there. Okay, not an easy position to field at this time of the day in the long shadows, but Louis has another life. Dropped on 30 now.
Well, how costly may that prove?
Genuine kind of medium pacer. This one's hit, and oh, that'll be 4, I think. Again, we'll have to see this one again.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell from our position.
I'm sure he's still holding the ball, and then he steps over the line. But whether they get a second look, we're about to find out. It has been given 4. I think that's the right call. And, Scott maybe had a second thought and said, I think I have stepped over the line. Tried to kind of throw it away, but I think that foot was already down.
It's a good call out, man. All them carrots you ate as a young child served you well there. Eagle eyes.
Get plenty of practice, put it that way. Dancer's gone for 27. Latine picks up just his second boundary in 16 balls. A bit of extra bounce for Dantis. He's been handful here. 2 wickets earlier in the day, continuing to bowl well.
Yeah, we've seen it all tournament. Just a bit of extra bounce.
And now it goes up and over the leg side. Maximo! Can rugby turn the corner? 7 overs in. It's 63 for 2.
Well, will that be the catalyst for Latine to break loose? 23 off 18. Business Green. Wimbledon starts again tomorrow. Weekend off. Guildford versus Creative Sports. Match 28.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one as well. So stay tuned. We've got Rico Full and Tina Goff to take you through that one tomorrow and Tuesday for that matter. I'll be back on Wednesday. Rico by then will be on his way to Croatia to do the next one, which actually starts on Thursday. So we've got a Thursday and Friday overlap this week. Manav Naik to come back now. That's the thing. You got Manav to bowl. Ratnaika. I'm a bit surprised they didn't go back to Ratnaika. Maybe they just need to break it up a little bit. Let's don't give you another Ratnaika over too quickly. Doesn't really bounce this one. Bruce does well to get down to it, push it away for a single.
Well, stick or twist time for Rugby CC.
Goes for it. It's high. Can anyone get there? Can't. It fell just inside the infield. The team survives. I'm fascinated by the Manav versus Louis duel. There's a chance that Louis will bowl to Manav later, but they are really, really close. I gotta admit, I haven't played against my friend so much in the outdoor game. Just not something that would happen too often in such a serious game. Anyway, let's see. Oh, Louis is going to lift him up. A lot of bottom hand in this one. Adios, pelota maximo. Louis the Bruce. He's ridden his luck all the way to 38 in the final. How high can he climb? Can he get his team over the 100 and maybe more?
Well, wonderful cricket shot. Friendship put aside. You're doing it for yourself and your team. Let's see how Nayak responds.
Goes up over the top. Bit of a Tortuga potential. But pretty well fielded out there to keep it to 1. I mean, sloggers, I think they would have been fine chasing anything kind of 120 or less. If you look at where these two teams have kind of finished up, both times it's been in the 120s. Takes it on down the ground this time, Latine, and he's going to get the gap. He's going to get 1 bounce. He's going to get 4 runs. So he's slowly turning the corner as well. So this will get 1 over, you'd imagine, of Akila Ratnayaka and 1 over from Valve. That's unless they want to go to somebody different like a Scott, like a Zamet, but just you don't think you would. No. A Bakari is a potential, but I think Ratnayaka going for 7. To these 2 as well. It's a good result. Excellent bounce. That's not an easy ball to play. Really jumps with that top spin that he gets. So, Manav Nayak, well, he's had a brilliant series. He's going to finish with none for 19 in the final. And Rugby, 76 for 2, being sent in the decider.
Yes.
Manav Nayak, by the way, his bowling has been so far above anyone else in this tournament. He's got 11 wickets in the tournament. The next best is 4. And that's for any team. So, I mean, sometimes it slips under the radar. I don't think a long way under the radar. But he's taken a wicket every 6.5 balls. That's going into this final.
Pretty good.
He's taken a wicket every 6.5 balls. The next best of anyone that has more than 2 wickets is, I'll have to tell you, it's 8. And so that's Egan Dantas, who again, he's only bowled 4 overs. So, you know, his figures, to give you an idea, going in to this final, 12 overs, 11 for 105. Yeah. Imagine a spell like that.
Yeah.
It's not even possible. Anyway, Louis Bruce faces up. It all happens in the 9th. It'll need to. That's why, for me, I think the batters, he's also made runs. That's why, for me, he's ahead in the MVP.
Vouse.
1 Vouse over. Interesting, they haven't left Henschel for the end this time. They bowled him out, took 2 for 13. Hello to Stanley Howarth. Oh, yeah, turning the clock back to Matt Williams. This is pulled away, and first one will only be a single. So Bruce to 40. Can Latine get a late click here?
Yes, desperately needed. Got to chance your arm. Don't look back with regrets. He's been very good through this tournament as the skipper.
I'll give you a bit of an interesting stat as well. In the 12 matches that obviously came before this, 6 have been 1 batting first and 6 have been 1 batting second. So a complete even split. But the lowest score defended was earlier today. It was Gaming CC.
Yeah.
Gaming CC defended 91, which is a pretty good effort. Next best defence was 112 by Rugby. Walks this time and gets a bit spicy. Interesting that he is walking at a bowler, bowling pretty quickly. Also, I think most of the players have been really good in the field, keeping the time. I know we had 1 time penalty. It was actually against a batter earlier today, but typically, they haven't run into too many problems with the clock.
No, it's been good management by all the players. 1 incident, as you say.
Dug in a little bit, gets about chest high, but Latine staying left side of the ball, couldn't catch up with it. It's been a frustrating kind of innings for Ian. And I think Louis coming down to have a word. I think just buying him a bit of time. I think Ian's saying, no, I'm fine. But I think it's just, this is more about almost like a timeout.
Yeah.
in basketball, saying, look, cool, I know you don't want to chat. Take a second, refocus. We might have noticed something like I'm noticing that he's not really getting across. And once again, backs away this time. It's in towards his body, clipped away. And we'll pick up a couple. Yeah, early wickets are going to be key. I think if you don't get early wickets, then I think you can kiss the game goodbye if you're rugby. We're looking at 100 expected, but even then, I think that's a bit far off. They need 21 off 7 to make 100 now. Expected scores dipped to 95.
Yeah, they need to get something off this final Vos delivery and then go big in the last over.
This one is once again in towards the body, but the field's up on the leg side, so Latine will get 4. So that's something. Takes him into the Grady 80s, and after 9 overs, Rugby CC 83 for 2.
Well, a most welcome boundary. The final delivery of that Vos over. No wicket for 11. His opening partner, Dylan Henschel, 2 for 13. And of Nayak, he's completed no wicket for 19. So, I presume it's going to be Rathnaiker, unless...
You'd think so. I mean, he was pretty effective, and he was effective to these two as well.
Yep.
So, yeah, you'd imagine that's what will happen here.
And you called it. It
yeah.
is.
He just switched off spin for the final, as you do. But I think, there's nothing to lose now. You've still got Anthony Hilmer to come. He's had some good moments in the series. But it's go time. Bruce probably wants to charge him, hit him back over his head. Won't be able to charge that, though. So he goes on the back foot and he slams it. Maximo! Louis giving rugby a puncher's chance. Lifts that one up over the leg side.
That's a ridiculous cricket shot off the back foot.
He's been lucky, though. I mean, it's not all luck, this 46, but he's had his lucky moments, hasn't he?
Moments,
should have been stumped, should have been caught. That's the way it goes sometimes.
What a shot that was.
Because it actually did bounce a bit more than he thought. I think he's going back to kind of medium pace. So he said, all right, that hasn't worked. Often people that go to spin, they do abandon it pretty quickly when they get hit. So Rathnaiker is going to change his style to round the wicket. We'll have to see if he's sticking with the spin. Looks like it is still some spin he's going to bowl. Oh, missed time. Funny, I'd almost consider not running there. I know that sounds crazy when you got Latine at the other end, but just felt Louis was a good matchup. Already had a Maximo for Rathnaiker. But I suppose you got to trust Ian to be able to turn the corner here.
You do.
He'll probably want to charge him, and I think Rathnaiker knows it, so he might spear it in. Kind of charges, it's full, it's lifted up, and it's out of the ground. Maximo! So it was worth taking the single after all. Latine into the 40s as well. And Rugby CC 96, and suddenly they are looking on for that 100 plus.
Yeah, and if they can just take a few more, I think you get up towards 100. Big ask, but 105, 110 gives him a fighting chance. The expected 104.
Finals are funny, and there's still 3 to go. Rathnaiker.
Oh, I don't like to see this changing.
He's just trying to mix it up. Changes the angle. Latine's going to get him as well. There was always this risk, wasn't there? They didn't decide to bowl Rathnaiker out when he was hot, when he only went for 7 in his first over. They kept him for the end, and now he's been taken down to Chinatown. Latine to 46.
And the century brought up. So a real good chance, 2 lusty blows of getting to that 110. And the first time really in the innings that Ian Latine has used his feet. Been struggling somewhat. Can he go big again?
This time it's lifted away. Should just be 1. I think at this stage you just stick to the 1 because I think Louis probably has earned 1 more crack at Rathnaiker. We've had some brilliant finals. You know, by the way, Pirates, they won off the very last ball when they won in 2023. So Kelpe Giants won a thriller where they were miles behind even towards the end, and that was amazing. They won't try and get the 2 there, so both will be stranded just short of the 50. There was never 2 in it. They didn't even try. So Rugby CC, they do have 100, but only just. If you actually look at the numbers, you know, going into the final, the average run rate has been 0.2, and funnily enough, it was 11.2 yesterday. It was 11.2 today by coincidence. So they are, a handful, a pretty handy handful short of that, Rugby. But, the light's going to change. But Sloggers, they've got a very strong batting lineup, but they do rely heavily on the top three. I also think, the power play is huge, isn't it? You get one or two of those openers, you're right back in the game. Let's go back and look at these highlights. Bit of controversy here. That one was given out. Again, it was the second of the over, but again, umpires, they weren't sure. They said, no, we think that's out. And then all kicked off, didn't it, as Mirapuri went after using 6 balls for 3. Then this partnership, it took shape. They end up putting on 95 in a tick under 8 overs. Gives them a chance, but you still feel the Rugby are a fair way behind in the game.
Yes, I do. And listen, debate long and hard about Hillman dismissal. That I'm sure will be a topic of discussion. Us here, people at the ground, and on the chat. But good rebuilding. I think, looking at it, how good those players were. Ian Latin has been a standout for me for the Rugby CC. The skipper led by example. He just couldn't quite get it going today. Late flourish, yes, but only a couple of times was he able to use his feet and get down. As you can see the scorecard. Kabir Mirapuri, yeah, he got a good one from Henshaw. Was really fired up. Nice catch by Andrew James behind the stumps. And Alex Hillman, yeah, he can count himself a bit unlucky.
Yeah, look, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But I suppose the thing is, they don't run out of batting. I mean,
no.
In order to bat, we'll never know whether Hillman would have. Hillman might have even chewed up balls. You never know. But I suppose the main thing is that Latin and Bruce. Bruce goes at 200, Latin goes at 162. You want your premier batters going at 200 plus because you know that not everyone will be able to go at that rate, and that's how you build a score of 120 plus. So they're a little bit behind, 104 on the board. Pretty good team bowling effort, I thought. Henschel 2 for 13. Faust doesn't take a wicket, but he doesn't even go run a ball. Nayak once again. I mean, he's so far ahead of the other bowlers. 11 wickets in the series. The next best is 4. It's unbelievable, the series he's had. And then you've got the 4th and 5th bowlers, which were always a bit of a question, but they did pretty well. I mean, Dantas goes for 33, Ratnaika 28. So they do get 61 of those 4 overs, but I suppose, they've got 6 overs of quality, top quality, don't they, there? And I think Sloggers, if you'd offered them 105, they would have been pretty happy with that result. Finish down to here, Mr. Maximo, with Rash Mahmood. Don't go too far. We're back after the break with the exciting final stanza with 1 innings to go in the Gibraltar 13. Will it be Rugby CC defending a below-par total to their first ECN trophy, or can Sloggers go back-to-back and chase this 105? We'll take a break, and we'll see you the other side of it for the exciting conclusion of this European Cricket Series.
say, just you and me. Summertime, get ready, we are so divine. Blue water and yellow sand, let's live our dream. Summertime, get ready, we are so divine. Blue water and yellow sand, just you and me. Summertime, get ready, we are so divine. Blue water and yellow sand.
This European cricket event is proudly brought to you by HCL Software, Rado and 1xBet. Hello and welcome back. Well, it's time to decide who walks away with this European Cricket Series trophy in Gibraltar 2025. Can Sloggers go back to back? Of course, they did win it last year. To do that double, they will need 105 off this 10 overs. Rugby CC had a bit of a shocker of a start, and at one stage they were 9 for 2 after 13 balls, but they did rebound to an extent. High 40s from Ian Latine, and Louis Bruce has seen them over the century mark up to 104. And if Rugby can defend that, well, then they will lift their first European Cricket Series trophy. So no matter who wins, it's going to be pretty exciting, no doubt about that. Vinny Sander here, Mr. Max Mo. Rash Mahmood joins me once again for the exciting conclusion, and I think we all agree it's advantage Sloggers, but Rugby CC just seem to have a way. They seem to have the wood over the Sloggers as well. Can they get those early wickets? So that's what I want to know.
Well, thank you, Vinny, for the final time. Yeah, they've got the Indian side over them, haven't they? This all depends on how that top order, which hasn't changed, I don't think, at all. Dylan Henshaw and Akila Ratnaika, we saw what they did in that blowout win, getting over 100 in 4 overs. Now, if they get off to a flyer, it's going to be very, very difficult for Rugby. But Mohamed Roshani is going to open up. We've both been impressed with him. Plays the game the right way. Good attitude. Always smiling. A pressure situation for him.
All right. Giddy up. Roshan, he has been a brilliant bowler all series, but you know, things can change, and things can change very quickly. So Ratnaika faces up. Game on. Here we go. 105 for the win. First ball's a bad ball, and it's going to be whacked away. Not the start that Roshan was hoping for, and it will be Maximo. 6 runs, the perfect start for Sloggers.
Yes, Roshan, it's pressure.
I still remember the night last night when, or not last night, it was actually over a year ago, about a year and a half ago now actually, when Sloggers came through with that trophy. And like I said, the year before, they had a bit of a shocker. So they came back, and they came back very well. Last year's final, obviously, it was a bit darker than this, actually. It's more of a twilight final. It's actually not even a night series. It's the first ever full day series that we've had here.
Yeah, the lights are on, though.
Well, goes for that, Ratnaika. Miles in the air. Can anybody get there? It's going to be dropped. And it's Louis Bruce. It was a very valiant attempt at the catch. Well, he was dropped when he was batting. Now he returns the favour. That would have been an amazing catch in the twilight. He was running with the flight of the ball. He was also watching the ball drift away from him with the breeze, but Louis couldn't quite hold on.
Oh. What a chance. Oh, he got there as well. It's a valiant effort.
One of the best, if not the best, fielders in the country as well, as Ratnaika will survive. Dropped on 6. Yeah, last year's final, it was a similar target. They were chasing 101 against Tarek in the final last year, Sloggers. They chased it with 7. Well, they chased it in 7.3. So that was a big win for them. But the year before, Sloggers, well, they had this marathon series, actually. Listen to this. So they finished with a record of 5-18 with 8 no results in a 31-match campaign. We haven't even talked about that.
What?
2023, we had 4 teams, and instead of a 2-day tournament, it was, I'm going to say, It was quite amazing. It started on the 20th of January and finished on the 19th of February.
No way.
It was a 4-weeker, and each team played 30 matches and then a final. Rugby CC came third. They actually beat Sloggers in the 3 versus 4 playoff, but that was only for bronze. But that was an outrageous series. Outrageous. And they had some weather there as well. It was a scene. We've compressed it, even though we had a lot of games. Only a 2-day series this time around. Roshan would love another crack at Ratnika's wicket. Henschel, by the way, he was a bit of a star in last year's series as well. Well, this time he's going to be gone. Well, Phil's out of his seat and he puts finger in the air. Ratnika, he doesn't look thrilled with the decision, but he's got to go. Roshan breaks through, and in the first over, Sloggers 10 for 1. And there's one piece of the puzzle for Rugby CC.
Well, we had drama when Rugby were out in the first innings. Got drama again in the first innings in their reply. Well, it must have been the faintest of edges. And you can see Dylan Henschel, he's not happy at all. Well, things do even themselves out.
It's a funny game. It's almost the same ball. Hold on, 0.5. In the first innings, it was 0.5. And again, we won't know whether he's touched that or not. Obviously, the reaction didn't give much away. It kind of suggested that he didn't. But, geez, cricket's funny. The cricket gods are funny the way they work. Here's Manav Nayak, who I think's certainly a contender for MVP.
Yeah, definitely.
In this series. He's going to come on in his number 3 position, which he's made his own in this series.
Well, here's the fight back on.
Wow, this one straightens down the line as well. Roshan gets the over back on track.
Yeah.
Almost gets rid of Ratnika, does get rid of Ratnika, but also 10 runs off the first over. Game on, it's 10 for 1. And what that does do, I suppose, puts even more pressure on Henschel, who's only faced 1 ball so far.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Read your mind, didn't I?
You certainly did.
That's what happens when you work together too long. We've had a week's worth of work together in just 2 days. 91 matches since the Golden Ball. We had a 1-run thriller before. Pirates getting over by 1 single run in the 2023 final. Could we have a Golden Ball final? Time will tell.
Yeah, so often Henschel, he stood there at the Ratnika, smashed the ball to all parts of this Europa Sports Complex. Different now.
Something really cool about playing at twilight and into the night. I only got to do it a few times, but especially, the final big game helps. There's a bit of a crowd there. It certainly is here in Europa Point. A lot of the other cricket community members sticking around. Bruce is going to get the second over. Bruce to Henschel. Good one-on-one. Henschel goes now, and I think we almost might be back to a 50-50. Maybe not quite, but close. Remembering they've put a lot of stock in their top order. Henschel respects the first one.
Good start.
Good running, though. Nayak does run well, backs up. So after this, I think we're likely to get Vaus at number 4, but he's a bit of a gamble. He got a bit more batting with Bakari in there, but he hasn't played every game, hasn't played too many. So,
yeah, we've mentioned it in the past. We rely on the big top 4. If you get amongst them early doors, that Sloggers, middle, lower order, haven't really seen a lot of action.
Look who's back. Manav is going to face up to Louis. They've had a fascinating frenemy battle. Here we go. Well, goes the uppercut and over the top. Well, an audacious shot from Manav. He decides he wants to go and take on that fielder. I suppose the wind is kind of blowing back behind the field. It'll be a Maximo. The gamble pays off for Nayak.
It does for just for a brief second, folks. Lucas Goulding down there. Let's have a look. That's maybe deceiving me, but just for a second he looks interested.
Actually gets a bit of a swing on it as well, which is quite extraordinary. That probably what helped it go over the top. Right off the middle of the bat. Louis with the right of reply. Oh, this time's a genuine nick. It'll be 4 anyway, so fortune favouring the Brave. Nayak this time certainly a false shot, but it brings him another boundary.
It does indeed. Look at Louis Bruce's face. Good friends. Bruce and man of Nyack. Just fancy, I mentioned it earlier on, he might be crossing him off his Christmas card list. 6 and a 4. Yeah, double teapot. Lewis has just got to keep his composure. Full and straight. Batsman misses. You hit either the pads or the stumps. Do not give any width whatsoever. I'm not quite sure what they're checking.
We're just trying to find the ball. Well, this time he's going to get on the jump and he's going to get another 4. Fielder couldn't quite get down. Goulding down at deep third. The game swings again. It swings in his second over back towards the Sloggers.
Yeah, width again. She said no width to Nyack. He's not tried to smash that. It's timing and placement. It's almost as if he was waiting for it. Read his friend's mind. That time, more width offered. Just tried to play a shot. Maybe a better advice to play the shot he played the previous delivery.
Well, can he get his mate? Well, last chance this over. Well, goes upstairs again slightly, and that will be the end of the over. So Bruce goes for 15. The pot thickens. And it's Nyack doing the damage. It's 25 for 1 after 2.
Well, folks, 80 more required to win. 48 balls. Early breakthrough from Rugby CC. Very dangerous. Akila Rathanaika. He departed. But the player in line for MVP, as far as the man to my right, Mr. Maximu. And I don't think I can disagree with him. He's been outstanding in all 3 facets of the game, actually. Feels at backward point, and it's rarely let anything get past him. As Roshan comes in.
That's a beautiful shot by Henschel. So he could have the rare double click here. He's just going to flick that off the hip. Not a good ball by Roshan. Gets the line wrong. Sloggers get 6 runs.
Very, very strong there. Just nonchalant, really. Have a look on the replay. Straight down leg side, and it's just a dismissive flick. It's like he's just picking a bit of lint off his jacket and flicking it off it. Talented, talented player, Dylan Henshaw. His family here today. We met his aunties, I think.
Yeah. Now we had the Henschel crew in. Now he's going to glance again, and minimum effort, but decent outcome. Roshan just can't get it back on off, can he? And that's going to be 4 more runs. Sloggers running away with his power play now.
Yes, well, if you're going to bowl there to a player of Henshaw's quality, capabilities, you're going to get punished. And there is a fielder sort of backwards and square on the leg side, but you do well to stop that. Well, this is interesting fielding change. So Julian Frioni, he goes back. The man walks up Dylan Taylor. Fine on the leg side.
Oh, well, big swing. A loose shot. It's got a late appeal from the bowler. And nothing from umpire Phil. Henschel survives. I was trying to say it was a clicky handle. I suppose it's very tough. We can never hear anything. It wasn't a huge deflection or anything like that.
Oh, it's tense, isn't it? No quarter asked or given.
This is a thick edge flying away. Oh, fielder couldn't make a play on it. Lucas then tried to stomp it And that's going to be 4 more. It was a tough one. He was trying to decide whether to go for the catch or not. I think he goes for the catch, but likes the idea of going, realizes he's not going to make it, so he sticks out the shoe, and it gets away from him. So 4 more.
Well, it's fine margins, isn't it? I think he should have really gone for his first thought. Bailed out.
I also understand the wicket of Henschel is huge in the context of this game. Lifted up in the air, over the top. Field still up because we're in the power play. Henschel grabs 4 more. And this third over hasn't gone to plan. To be honest, the second or the third over haven't gone to plan for the Rugby CC attack.
No, they need to find some way, the Rugby CC, to put the brakes on. I mean, a couple of loose deliveries being punished. Some fielding that maybe could have been a touch sharper. Well, he gets away with one, Mohamed Rosham, to end his 2 overs. 1 for 28. 43 for 1. Completion of the power play. The Sloggers looking well set to lift the crown here.
Yeah, 43 off 1. So, I mean, they're in good shape. 14 and over through the power play. $10, $15, $18. You contrast that. I mean, when you have 6 overs in single figures, it just shows you've done a good holding job. Remember, they only took 2 wickets in that first innings as well.
They did, yeah.
So Mipuri gets a chance.
That's a good start by him. Needs to be in and around that off stump.
This is hit square of the wicket. Going to be a single.
I don't think Milpira will mind seeing Manavyike move across his stumps like that. And they across the line. A very good eye and make very solid contact for it to go over the boundary.
Played away, kind of into the gap. Henschel will take 1. Run rate down to around about 9 and over. That's very comfortable, I think, for these 2. Rugby CC need wickets and needs.
Just need to slow the rate down, don't they, Vinny? If 6 or 7 comes from this over, I think job done. That's legal delivery.
Yeah, it's okay. It's pretty comfortably in, I think.
Watched it outside the off stump. So good so far from Mirpuri.
One turns a bit, and Nayak have to take 1. So I suppose this is the advantage in a way of batting second. I think both teams wanted to do it because you can judge the risks you want to take. Now, sometimes if you have 8 or 9 batters, they're all able to do about the same job. It's not that relevant. But I think when you're in a place like Gibraltar, you've kind of got teams generally have about 4 threats. Oh, that one almost catches him in front. It's the back of the bat. Somehow misfield. That's is going to jump on that, and Mirpuri's furious with him. Having said that, still a good over, and he goes for 5. Should have been 4. After 4 overs, it's 48 for 1.
Well, considering the carnage that went before him, I think that's a success. It's a 5 from the over. But you're right. I said it in the first inning. You pick your battles, don't you? Pick your battles. And
it allows you to be more selective, I suppose, is what it would be. I mean, if with the rate gets up 15, 16, you're forced to, I suppose, attack balls that aren't necessarily bad balls. But at 9 and over required, you can probably, protect your wicket a little bit more, but still look to score off those balls that are in your zone. Okay, at the lawyer's going to bowl, and he's actually bowled really well today. Let's see if he can get it right in the final. He's a different kind of proposition. Nayak on strike. Very well bowled. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. I mean, if you need to go at 16, 18 and over, you're probably going after that, even though you're not really in control of the shot. It's got that really good kind of overspinning side of the handball. Oh, dear. Well, Phil's lost the hat and the sunglasses. Phil is... just pity we didn't see any Phil on day one. I know he wasn't available. It's... he's going to work out what he's going to do with that big hat. Got a good grip of it. Uh-oh, trouble with a capital T. Although, oh, wow. I thought that was going to go for 6 off the bat, but it was a chance. It's been put down. And can you believe it? Not a great ball at all. Might have lost a shoe almost on that. That is Freyone of all the people in the world.
Oh, Julian.
He's put it down. Unbelievable. Nike dropped on 16. Up for meat pie. Another one, but this one isn't being caught by anyone. Going, gone. Maximo. Rugby really their own worst enemy in this game. Freyone, he's cramping up. He's lost his shoe. He doesn't know what to do. As Ataroya bowls another half-tracker this time. No chance given. 6 runs.
Well, you give someone like Henshaw a chance.
I've got a question from Ray. Am I coming back to England this week? I sure am. I'll be back tomorrow, but I do have another day off. I'll be back on Wednesday to help finish off Group B, then the quarterfinals and finals. Won't get a run this time. So now they've got it around about low 9s. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to tuning in tomorrow, maybe over breakfast. I'll actually get breakfast tomorrow. And that's going to be with Tina and Rico, the early shift. It's not that early, though. All right, takes this on. Slight miss hit. Henshaw survives and has to hustle through for the single. It's Mud of Nike, pardon me. Oh, did they turn the run down? I think they did. No, it was Henshaw. He was so anxious that he didn't run. And by the time he realised he was safe, he didn't want to run because he was worried he'd get run out. So that goes down as a dot. 2 dots in a row. Now goes leg side again and out of the ground. Maximo, 6 runs. Sloggers well on top. It's their final lose now. 5 overs in, 61 for 1.
Yes, halfway point reached. 2 dot balls on the chop. Then the final delivery. Henshaw depositing it over the boundary. Well, there'll be some comeback.
Still see a path, though, don't you? I mean, you're going to have to basically get 3 wickets. That sounds hard, but you just got to work on one at a time. These 2 and Vouse. And I feel then you've got batters that have hardly batted. Even Vouse, I mean, I think he's definitely going to come in next. He's going to swing. But you've got to create and take chances. And they've created them. They just haven't been able to hold them so far. Rugby CC, with the exception of the catch they held behind the wickets of Akila Ratnayaka. Mirpuri comes back. So a chance, I suppose, if he can repeat the dose and get that rate back up around the 10. It's been Sloggers match so far from the toss, basically.
Yeah, we've seen from rugby during their progress through this campaign, undefeated. All 3 facets of the game in harmony.
Uh-oh, that one is going to get away and out of the ground. Mipuri doesn't quite get it right. I'd like to see a replay of this one as well. Will be a Maximo. Henshaw to 41.
Yeah, 41 of just 15.
Kind of really got up on him, didn't it?
It did.
Loose shot, rare loose shot from Henshaw. Good line adjustment from Kabir Mimpuri. Yeah, at the moment it's not looking like it'll be a cliffhanger, but you never know. Finals are funny. Just need to change the momentum of the game. Rugby CC. This one's hit through the offside. Will be stopped in the circle. Nice work there by Atoloya. Henshaw lit it up in last year's final as well.
Yeah, just look at the body language of the Rugby CC team. People standing around, double teapots, slumped shoulders.
Pitched up and Nyack. Well, that's the power that he has developed over the last 12 months with the bat. Slog sweep, takes it on, takes it off the stumps. But Sloggers, they are so far in front now with these 2 at the crease. It's kind of the result that when we saw these two going, or saw these sloggers top order going yesterday, you wouldn't be surprised. Surprised in a way how it's panned out. And that they hadn't beaten Rugby up to this point. Looks like they'll do it now. 30 off 25 now. Gets a little bit funky, and everything's going Sloggers' way at the moment. A bit of fun. And un poco de suerte, perhaps, but some funkalicious batting from Manav. The backward scoop brings him 4 more.
Wow. When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Oh, audacious shot.
End of the over. Yeah, it's 79 for 1. Henschel in last year's final scored 61 off 24, so he's been here before. That was chasing a similar target. Also in last year's final, they lost an early wicket, Lee Rimmer, who unfortunately wasn't available this time around for Sloggers. He went very first ball of the innings, but yeah, it was Dylan Henschel and Richard Lake last year that got them across the line. Lakey, another guy who's not available. Of course, it is holiday season, so when you live here, you think this is where one comes for holidays, and they all try and get away. Anyway, here we go. Last roll of the dice. It's Hillman coming on. Sweep taken on by Manav, and that is going to go for 4. It's an excellent piece of batting. He saw no square leg and almost picked his spot. He took it from outside the off stump, and really, this could be over quickly the way things are going.
Yeah, it could indeed. 83 for 1. I know what Hillman's trying to do. We've seen it previously. Right arm around the wicket, pushing it outside the off stump for the right-hander. If you're going to fetch it, you've got to have a good eye. Just think he made it a bit too easy for Nayak there. He moved the fielder, who was backward to square, who was just jogging across now to deep mid-wicket. He moved him fine backwards of square, and it just gave Nayak the opportunity to do exactly that.
They moved the fielder a little bit out there. Freone. Oh. Worst thing about artificial turf is you can't even dig a hole. Hide.
Oh, poor
But
Julian.
anyway, we love Julian. I hope to see him again. Hey, what goes up must come down, and vice versa. That one is going to be pretty tight, you know. Probably just in.
Oh, yes. Going to have a look.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's direct hit, which always makes it interesting. But also, Henschel identifies that he needs to hustle, and he gets a good dive in. So this could be an interesting replay. We'll see it here. This time of night, probably not the greatest lighting. I think he's safe. He's fairly easily home, in fact. Well done. Good dive. We did a bit of science, if you want to call it that. We did a few trials when I was playing indoor cricket at a reasonably high level about what the dive gets you. We found it kind of gets you 10% quicker, it worked out about a metre. It would get you. Right, it's lifted up and out of the ground as well. It's 50 for Henschel. Well, it's his second consecutive year that he scored a 50 in the final. And Henschel certainly in the MVP conversation once again. He took it last year. Right now looks like he's taking his team to the trophy once again. 50 off 20 balls in the decider for Dylan.
Well, dagger to the heart. A well-battered Dylan Henschel. I don't think he's finished yet.
Oh, well, it might not be finished yet, but this might be finished soon. Back to back. And really, this is a bit of a belting. I kind of said it. Nothing too much went right for Rugby from the moment they lost the toss and were sent in. They lost an early wicket. Okay, second innings, we had a similar event. But I suppose the difference is, the partnership they've built here has been at a better pace than what Rugby CC were able to do. We've only seen 3 wickets fall in the final now for over 200 runs. So, 8 to win. That one could be out. It's a high ball. Hillman should take it, and he will. So Henschel will get a very good ovation, I'm sure. But already you can see the air of resignation in the Rugby camp, as it will be the Hillman breakthrough. Caught Hillman, bowled Hillman, and Sloggers 97 for 2. But that partnership ended up being worth 87, and it broke the game wide open.
Yes, absolutely. Hard work done for the Sloggers. Dylan Henschel had a fabulous, fabulous tournament. And probably hear the ovation that he's getting. He raises his bat, makes his way back to the dugout.
Yeah, it's very good innings from Dylan.
Yeah, 59 off 21 deliveries with 4 fours and 6 sixes, 280.
Amazing.
His strike rate.
All right, so Vouse has been a great addition to this Sloggers side as well. When you consider some of the players they're missing, I mentioned two of them earlier, Lee Rimmer, Richard Lake. It was a good knot when his team needed it. I think Manav, though, has been player of the final. Who's your pick? I mean, you feel like Manav, 2 wickets, none for 19. And this innings right now, pretty important. Maybe Dylan Henshaw, though, 2 for 13, plus the 50. I think that one probably takes the cake. But, I mean, which way are you running for MVP? I mean, those two are also very close to MVP. Lattine's had a very good series. Louis Bruce has come good towards the end. I guess we'll find out if you check the trophy ceremony out, which will come up after the game. So 7 overs down, 97 for 2. Might have a quick look at what's coming up tomorrow, because it won't be too long before we're up and going again. I make it 14 hours, so that's actually quite a big break if you've been following over the weekend. That's right, 14 hours before we have more cricket. Wimbledon continues, day 6 more Group B action, and it is a slightly later start, isn't it? Sitting here with... he needs to wear a helmet. That's what the delay is. That it's a rule in ECN, even to a spinner. But we're even harsher on that than the ICC. And the reason is, sometimes you get hit in the head by a spinner, and it still hurts.
It does.
And even if you've got a hard head, it still hurts. We see a lot of top edges, and we see, especially with players trying some of these shots. So Vouse is ready to go. It's not a spinner anyway, because it's the end of the over. 8 runs to win then for Sloggers. It'll be another slog-tastic night, I'm sure, here in Gibraltar, just like it was on that fateful night back on the 28th of January.
Well, can Dylan Taylor get one of his induckers?
2024, that was, 28th of January. Anyway, here we go. Wow, well, Nayak time, lights, camera, action, Maximo. Manav has come of age as a bat. And we saw signs of this last year when we saw him in Croatia, particularly where he was playing for Sir Split, who also won the European Cricket Series in a very similar shirt as well. That's an extraordinary shot.
Ridiculous. Well, MVP with that shot. That's just clinched it for me. Absolutely ridiculous shot from Manav Nayak. A very, very talented young man. Wasn't a bad delivery at all.
No me voy para la bola, no me voy para allá, ¿no?
And that one will be 1. In fact, it will be 4. That will be it. And how about that? It's the Sloggers who go back-to-back, change of colour, but the trophy will remain with the Sloggers. Manav, he drives that one all the way along the carpet, so shows some class, shows some innovation, shows a lot of skill with the bat and ball, certainly in the frame for MVP. And what a performance from Sloggers, who went down to Rugby CC twice in the qualifying stage, but the final just wasn't their match. And Sloggers have gone back-to-back.
Well, congratulations to Andrew James and his squad. Back-to-back, no easy achievement. Listen, as you just heard Vinny said, these two teams played twice in the round-robin phase. We had the absolute thriller, the last ball win by Rugby, the first meeting. And then Rugby did it to him again to go undefeated in the round robin, 6 out of 6. The only 2 losses for the Sloggers came against Rugby at this final. I think the damage was done when the Rugby team went out to bat. It was a plan that the Sloggers had, and they executed it fantastically well. But for a late flurry, it could have been a lot worse for Rugby. And in the end, I'm not sure even if they got a total of 130, 140. The way that the Sloggers attacked it was going to be enough. Despite the early wicket of Ratnaika, what a display from Henshaw.
Yeah, wonderful display. Just a reminder, the trophy ceremony will be coming up after the end of day highlights, so stay with us for that. I mean, what a final. I mean, I know it wasn't necessarily the closest game, but you could feel the tension. Rugby CC sent in 104 on the board, but I mean, Nayak ended up 39 off 18 in the final to go with a very good bowling performance. Henshaw, for me, was player of the final. I suppose time will tell who will be the MVP of this tournament. You can find out the reward ceremony, which will come up after the end-of-day highlights, probably about 5 to 10 minutes' time, I think, until we will be able to hand the trophy over to Sloggers. Of course, Rugby CC, undefeated until the final. They will still walk away with silver medals. So, a very entertaining tournament. The Gibraltar 13, and we had to use 4 streams in 2 days, again, something we've never done before. But we're always pushing the envelope here on ECN, and Sloggers really, when it came showtime, some of their stars came out in the twilight, and they will walk away. But Rash, I will say, I've really enjoyed spending the weekend with you. I know it's definitely not easy stepping into the commentary box for the first time on ECN, but I think you've handled yourself really well. I've loved your observations. I've loved the way we've gotten to know you a little bit, and hopefully we can see a bit more of you in the future, if your schedule allows.
That's very, very kind, sir. Thank you to you, Vinny, personally, for all you've done for myself. Thank you to you and the rest of the crew who've been very kind to myself and my wife, all the staff here at Gibraltar, and all the people we've had a chance to meet. And a big thank you to all of you who take part in the chat. You've been very kind with your comments and your words. Yeah, it's a different voice and maybe a different accent, a different form of cricket for me, but I've really, really enjoyed it. I hope there's more opportunities in the future, and if so, I'll be delighted to take them up. So thank you very much for the opportunity, Vinny, and congratulations to all of you for what you do and what you continue to do. It's a great product you've got.
Well, we're always happy expanding our European cricket family, and it's been really nice to get to know you, and yeah, hopefully we see you around. I mean, obviously so much cricket going on, so I'm sure that we can make it work at some point in the future. But in the now, let's have a look with Naik, 39 off 18, Henschel with 59 in the final, second consecutive year that he scored a half century in the final. So it's a big game, and the big players come out to play. Sloggers end up with the trophy. That Manav, again, just continues to improve, and he's still so young. I mean, that's something that's really clear. Bowling-wise, well, it just wasn't to be. They couldn't quite get enough of those breakthroughs, despite the early wickets of the openers, Alex Hillman, that is, and Kabir Mirpuri in the first innings. We saw a recovery of sorts. In this one, well, we saw Ratnayaka go. Then we saw the partnership develop, didn't we? Henschel obviously going for a half century, 59 in the wash-up. So I want to say a big thank you to everyone out there. I know it's been a huge couple of days. I would just love to know, has anyone watched some of all of the 13 games? I mean, I think that's quite amazing if you've managed to do that. But you know, whether you have or whether you haven't, I've got to say I've really, really enjoyed the opportunity to be here with Rash, but also to be here with our ECD. And don't forget, more cricket coming up tomorrow with the big Group B clashes continuing at Rains Park. And this is the start time, 9 a.m. GMT, 11 o'clock in Central Europe, 2:30 in India. If you are in England, it's a 10 o'clock start British time. So yeah, check that one out. And Tina and Rico will take you through the next couple of days while I make my way back. But then I will be back before too long. And I'm excited to rejoin that series at a very exciting time for the last day of Group B, and then the quarterfinals and the final. So it was a great weekend of cricket. Again, something we've never quite done before. We'd love for you to stay with us for the trophy ceremony. Here's some of the highlights, though, of the day, and we'll see you soon for more cricket right here on ECN. Thanks to Rash, thanks to the ECN crew, but thanks to you. We'll see you soon at the trophy ceremony, then, of course, in London for more cricket on ECN tomorrow. Hasta pronto.
my body back and forth. Move 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 my body. Move my body back and forth. 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 Move my body. Move my body back and forth. 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 Move my body back.
Hello to you wherever you're watching from around the world, and welcome to the trophy ceremony for the European Cricket Series here in Gibraltar. Got to say, I do move around a lot, but there's nothing quite like being here in Gibraltar with the rock in the background. Obviously, the great facilities here at Europa Point. But really, it's the people. I know it's a small place, but the people have very big hearts here. You always open them to us, and we feel very, very welcome. And we probably needed that welcome with the amount of cricket we had this weekend. I know you guys have had a big weekend as well. So I do have some thank yous. Firstly, to our partners, Dream 11 and Fancode, also our financial partners as well. HCL Software have been a great partner. Rado have been our official timekeepers now for a little while, and also partners like OneXBet. We've got Local Lifestyle that have produced these medals. They are unique. You can't find them anywhere else in the world. The trophies and the medals that you will receive today as one of the top two teams. Also, I want to say big thank you to Bizaway for getting us around Europe, which is not particularly easy given the current environment as well. So we are very, very lucky to have these to have these partners. But I will actually say special thank you has to go to our partners here in Gibraltar, and that's Gibraltar Cricket. I think we've really enjoyed the partnership over the last few years. I've been coming here now since the start of 2022, and honestly, every time I see the improvement, especially in the younger players that are coming through, and I see that mentorship. But in particular, I mean, Richie, you've been outstanding. But to everyone that's helped us, that's fed us, that's got us around and organised our travel, a big thank you on behalf of us. Thank you so much. It's okay, you can leave it on. Also, I want to say a big thank you to my crew, the Blue crew that I'm a part of, and I feel very thankful to be a part of it. And I will say that we keep pushing the envelope. I will say that. I mean, we've gone from 2 matches a night here to 7. But that's because I think we wanted to show more of Gibraltar cricket. It gives more opportunities to players as well, but it does create logistical nightmare, spending all the daylight hours and some of the night hours here. So, I mean, to Marzi and the crew, you see them here behind me. To Rash, who came, and what a baptism of fire for him as well. Rash, big thanks to you. Maybe you're behind me. There you are. But yeah, to the Blue crew, my respect is, as always, with the hard work that goes on every day. So big thank you to all the ECN crew. I will also mention that Two Circles, our TV production partners, I mean, they are set some hard tasks as well. And I know for this crew, we had a few new faces. Again, the more people that learn the game, the better we are in a position. We're in a better position to bring you more cricket and more high-quality broadcast cricket. So to our crew at Two Circles, muchas gracias. Is muy bien. I can't say it. So I'll say muchas gracias por su apoyo. Okay, we'll go with that. I'm working on it. But also, I want to say a special shout out has to go to the umpiring crew. And Phil, you came in at a good time, but with only just a couple of umpires to do this level of cricket and this quantity of cricket is quite amazing. So my hat goes off to you. You deserve a break. Marzi as well for stepping in at times. To Nilkesh, of course, for his job as well. But yeah, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone involved. We couldn't do it without your support. And of course, we encourage you throughout the year to follow us. Sometimes we're quite close, so come and visit us. We love seeing you, and it is a really special relationship that we've built. Okay, let's talk about the cricket. It was the Gibraltar 13, as we called it, 13 matches in 2 days. We do have an idea. One day we'll do a 48-hour marathon where the games will go back to back to back to back. Maybe a charity thing, but if you think you saw now, if that ever gets up, this would be a great place to hold it. So get in training now. See, some of you have, some of you need a little bit of work. But anyway, I want to say a big thank you to everyone here. Obviously, Gaming CC ended up with a win. They finished in 4th place, but they just kept trying. They had everything against them, but they pulled off a big win today. So Gaming CC in 4th place, their first European Cricket Series. They got their first win today. So congratulations to them. To Pirates, and on paper, I thought, real contenders, former winners 2 years ago. But again, just didn't quite click. That's cricket, I suppose, even a 2-day tournament. It just might not happen. If the tournament was longer, could have been a different story. So to Pirates in 3rd place. To Rugby CC, where it's always a tough feeling, I suppose, when you win every game but lose the final. But I think you're experienced enough. That's the format. It can happen. I think every time you two played, it was a coin toss. And it was really clear. Actually, the supercomputer had it 50-50 before the final. So just one of those games. Didn't really go right for you. But I love the way that you stuck together as a team. I loved the team spirit. I really noted it. I also loved the way the cricket was played in general. You play it the right way. You're a small community, but you really enjoy the fact that you can play cricket against and with each other, which I think is really good as well. So, yeah, Ian, to you and your team, you'll go around again hopefully next time, but we'd like to present you the silver medals. Please put your hands together for Rugby CC, the runners-up of this European Cricket Series. And Best Shirts, though, award. I thought they're very different. I like them. Let's now go to the MVP award. And, of course, Dylan won this last year. And, by the way, congratulations, Dylan. Another 50 in the final. Another MVP in the final. So, congratulations to you. There were a few contenders, but I think we couldn't look past this guy. And we had to look at it completely objectively, but we looked at the numbers. He took 11 wickets in the competition. The next best going to the final was 4. Which is quite amazing. Plus, he's just continuing to rise as a batter as well. And he's one guy I know he's always working on his cricket, trying to get better. So congratulations. The MVP of this European Cricket Series goes to Manav Nayak of Sloggers. Well done, Mani, and you thoroughly deserve that. Again, I love being able to watch year after year and watching players come through, and you're a really good example. You're a bit quicker through the air now, got a few more tricks, and I'm just glad I don't have to face you, because no one seemed, I don't think you ever had an over get away from you, which is pretty amazing in this form of the game. So let's talk about the winning team. Well, Sloggers, of course, you were the winners last year. I can't believe it's 18 months ago. I still remember that night. It was big parties, obviously, few players out, couple of players in. Again, it's lovely to see these relationships being built and these bonds being formed. As far as this goes, I mean, I know 24 hours is a long time in ECN cricket. Yesterday, you lost the last baller to rugby. But again, I just think you had a really well-balanced team. You seemed to not be too phased even when things weren't going your way. I think you felt, you just had to get there and have a good game, and that's how it worked out in the end. So congratulations, and even in that chase, I mean, an early wicket, it can change very quickly, but the partnership between Dylan and Manav kind of got you on the right track and got you over the line. So AJ, to you, I know it's always a tough job keeping and captaining and kind of controlling everything, but I think you were in hospital by the final last year. Hopefully we keep you out of hospital today, but congratulations, and you're back-to-back champions. Please come up and collect your gold medals. Sloggers, the winners of this European Cricket Series, Gibraltar. So just a reminder, while the players are getting their medals, we will not be going too far. In fact, I think we are now about 13 and a half hours away from more cricket. It will resume again in London tomorrow. And, of course, more Group B action coming your way. Tina and Rico standing by. I know they've been enjoying the action so far from Gibraltar this weekend. So why don't we not often we do this, but I'm going to position you maybe a little bit more this way, because I'd love to get the rock in the background, because there's something very, very unique about this ground, where so much history has taken place in this part of the world, but more history has taken place tonight. We've got Mars Baji, the ECN project manager, to hand over the trophy. The winners of the European Cricket Series Gibraltar 2025 are Sloggers. AJ, take the trophy, take it over there. Let's hear it for them. Have a great season. Hopefully see you again soon. What a wonderful way to finish things. I mean, Sloggers, it takes a lot of guts, I think, to come back from the situation they did. But they did play their best game in the final. Really, rugby, you got to feel for them. But another great couple of days in Gibraltar. We're not going too far. We'll be back tomorrow, of course, just about 12 hours. Tune in, because London is calling. And then, of course, plenty more cricket. Croatia later in the week. I'll see you in a couple of days, but Tina and Rico will take you into the new week. Vinny Sander here, Mr. Maximo from Europa Point, in the beautiful part of the world that is Gibraltar. And we'll see you soon for more cricket on ECN. Buenas noches.